Hey, if you've ever stared at a linear equation and you have no idea where to even start, this video is for you. I'm Mr. Rozon and I post coding and math tutorials every Tuesday and Friday built for students, not professors. So today I'm going to be looking at linear equations, one of the most important topics in high school math. By the end of this video, you're going to be able to solve one-step, two-step, and multi-step equations. And I'll give you 3 practice problems at the end so you can make sure that it actually clicked. Let's get into it. So the first thing you need to know is what actually is a linear equation. So a quick example would be this. So an example would be something like x plus 5 equals 12. Okay, this is actually a linear equation because the exponent on the x is 1. So that's always your clue. Okay, another example would be something like 3x equals 21. That's a linear equation. And let's say we have 2x plus 4 equals 10. That's a linear equation as well. If you look at your variable, the variable is the letter x in this one, or these 3 equations. They all have an exponent 1. Even though it's not written, they all have exponent 1. Okay? So something that's not linear, so nonlinear would be something like this. X squared plus 3 equals 7. For example, that's not a linear equation. And the reason it's not is because this thing has exponent 2 on it. Okay, that's actually a parabola. It's a quadratic equation. Okay, so we're going to focus basically on linear equations only for this video. So the goal is always the same. Okay, the goal is we want to isolate the variable. Isolate the variable. And we want it to say, you know, x equals something. So x is going to be a number like x equals 7 or whatever it might be. So let's try a couple different examples and show you how this works. So example, let's do x plus 7 equals 15. So in order to solve this thing, we want to do is we want to get the x by itself on the left side preferably. It doesn't really matter what side you go on, but the left is pretty typical. So in order to get the x by itself on the left, I have to remove this plus 7. So what I can do with equations is I can actually subtract. I can do an operation on both sides. So what I can do is I can subtract 7 from this side, and if I do that, I have to do the same thing on the left side, or sorry, the right side. So whatever operation you do on the left side, you got to do it on the right. So I can minus 7 from both sides. And what ends up happening is when you have the x, the 7 minus 7 is actually going to be 0. Okay. On the right, we get 15 minus 7. Now, we normally wouldn't even write the x plus 0, right? We would just write x. And on the right, we have 15 minus 7, which gives us an 8. And that's actually our answer right there. So x equals 8 is the answer. Okay. Now, if we want to check this, okay, what we can do is something called the left side, right side check. So we would say the left side of the equation is x plus 7. And if we sub in, we know that x is 8. We can replace the x with 8. And we get 15. So that's the left side of our equation. The right side of our equation is 15. And if we notice, they match, right? So the left side equals the right side, which means that, therefore, x equals 8 is the solution. Is the solution. Okay. So that's how you do a check. You don't always have to do this. You know, when you're looking at your homework, you know, normally I wouldn't normally do this unless the question specifically said check or verify the answer. That's how you would do it. You sub it back into the original equation and you make sure that the equation balances out. The left side equals the right side. Okay. Let's do another one here. Now, what happens if we have multiplication or division happening? Okay. So let's say we have 4x equals 28. So remember, what I did in the one above was I subtracted 7 from both sides. You could do any operation as long as you do it on both sides of the equation. So my goal is to make this turn into just x. I don't want that 4x in front of it, right? And what you need to realize is that if you have the number 4 and you divide that by 4, that gives you a 1, okay? That kind of cancels out the 4. So that's what I want to do on this equation right here. So what I want to do is, let's put that to red, sorry. I actually want to divide both sides by 4. If I do that, okay, so if I do it on the left side, 4 divided by 4 actually gives me 1. So you end up with 1x, which is just x. Okay? That's what my goal is. I want to turn the equation into just x equals. So I need to get rid of that 4. How I do it is divide out a 4. Okay? Now you're going to do that on both sides. So you can't do it on one side and then not do it on the other. You got to do it on both. So the right side becomes 28 divided by 4, which actually is a 7. So now the only other thing I did was I put 1x. Let's just write it as x instead, because 1x is x. So that is my equation. Now I can double check it again. The left side is 4x. If I sub in my x, I get 4 times 7, which gives you 28. And the right side is 28. So the left side equals the right side, which means this is definitely the right answer. So x is 7 is totally correct. Now, let's do one that's a bit more complicated. So we're going to have 2 steps in this one instead. So let's say we have 2x plus 5 equals 17. So this thing here, we've got two issues here. We've got that 5 to get rid of and a 2 in front of the x. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this in 2 steps. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to subtract 5 from both sides. Okay, there's the first step. So let's do it with the red here. We're going to minus 5 from this side and then minus 5 from this side. Now if we do that, ooh, I got the wrong color there. We're going to end up with 2x, and then 5 minus 5 is 0. So that's gone. The right side ends up being 17 minus 5. And what I would do at this stage is I would actually simplify the right side. 17 minus 5, I can do that right now. That's just a number. So that's going to become 2x equals 12. Now this question is sort of like the one that was above it, right? I've got this coefficient. So this 2 in front of the x, this thing right here, this is called a coefficient. That 2, I need to remove it or get rid of it somehow. And you can't do it by just subtracting. You can't just go, minus 2 on both sides. Because it's 2 times x, the way we get rid of it is we have to divide by 2. So we're going to divide this by 2. And if I do it on the left side, I got to do it on the right side too. What ends up happening is these 2's cancel out, giving me 1, which gives me just x. And the right side ends up being 6, because 12 divided by 2 is 6. There's your answer. So let's try a check on this one. Left side is going to be 2x plus 5. That was my original left side of the equation. Sub in the x, so we're going to get 2 bracket 6 plus 5, which gives me 2 times 6 is 12. And this ends up being 17. The right side of my original equation was 17. So the left side equals the right side. And we're working with the original equation, not the one with the red minus 5s, okay? My original blue equation was 2x plus 5 equals 17. And yeah, it worked. When I subbed it in, it definitely works. Okay. Now, let's say we've got a little bit more complicated one. Okay, so still not super difficult, but let's try this. So let's say we got 5x plus 3, and this equals 2x plus 12. Okay, so if we've got this, there's a couple things happening here. What we want to do is bring all of the x's to one side and all of the just normal numbers, like the whole numbers, to the right side. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So if I subtract the 2x from both sides, what ends up happening is the left side becomes 5x plus 3 minus 2x. And the right side, when we have 2x minus 2x, that's 0. The right side just becomes 12. Okay, so we're getting closer. We brought the x to the left side. Now this 3, I got to bring that to the right side and combine it with the 12. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to minus 3 right there. And if I do it on the left side, I got to do it on the right side too. So what ends up happening is we get 5x. 3 minus 3 is 0, so that's now gone. And on the right side, I have 12 minus 3. Okay. And now, one thing I don't know if you noticed this or not, but essentially, when you subtract from both sides like that, what you're essentially doing is you're basically just taking values and bringing them to the opposite side of the equation. And when you do that, all you really have to do is change the sign. So if you look, the first line we have 5x plus 3. That plus 3 moved to the right side and it became negative 3. On the right side, there was 2x plus 12. The 2x is positive. When I brought it to the left side of the equation, it ultimately became negative. So you can think of it that way too. You just bring a value from one side of the equation to the other, and you change its sign, and that will give you the same result. Okay, so once we're at this stage now, what we can do is we can combine our like terms. So we have 5x minus 2x. These are like terms. A 5 minus a 2 becomes 3, so this becomes 3x. And on the right side, we have 12 minus 3, that's 9. And then lastly, what we have to do is we need to get the x by itself. We're going to divide both sides by 3. And you're going to get x equals 9 divided by 3 is 3. That is your answer right there. And you could go ahead and sub it in, and you'll find out that this definitely works. Okay? Now, last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give you 3 equations to try out. Okay, so we're going to have x minus 9 equals 14. There's number 1. And then we're going to have 4x plus 1 equals 25. There's number 2. And then 6x minus 2 equals 3x plus 10. Okay, I want you to pause it there. Okay, try and solve these equations. After you finish them, unpause it, and I'm going to show you the answer. Okay, so let's do the first one here. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to add 9 to both sides. And I'm going to end up with x equals 14 plus 9 when I do that. And your answer should end up being 23. There's the first one. Okay, 14 plus 9 is going to be 23. Okay, so let's look at the next one here. So the next one, what I would do is I want to get this 4x by itself. That plus 1 is a problem. So I'm going to minus 1 on both sides. And we're going to get 4x equals 25 minus 1. And that's going to give me 4x equals 25 minus 1 is 24. And the last step here is I need to get rid of this 4. We're going to divide by 4. And we get x equals 6. That's the answer for the second one. The right one, a little bit more complicated. First thing I'm going to do is subtract 3x from both sides. So we're going to end up with 6x minus 2 minus 3x equals 10. So we're going to subtract the 3x from both sides. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add 2 to both sides. If you have minus 2 and you add 2, that becomes a 0. So this becomes 6x minus 3x equals 10 plus 2. And now we combine our like terms. 6 minus 3 is going to be 3x. 10 plus 2 is going to be 12. We're going to divide both sides by 3 because we need to get rid of that 3. And we get x equals 4. So that's your final answer right there. Okay? So that's how you solve just simple linear equations. So they could be 1 step, 2 step. You could have variables on both sides. You can have brackets, all kinds of things, right? The rule is always the same. What we want to do is isolate for the variable. And if we do an operation on one side of the equation, you got to do the same operation on both sides of the equation. Now, I do have like a little cheat sheet you can kind of look at here. If you want to screenshot this, you can. Okay, so if you have an equation like x plus a equals b, what you want to do is subtract the a from both sides. That would basically isolate your x. Okay, if you have x minus a equals b, what you're going to do is add a to both sides. Because minus a plus a is 0, that would cancel out the a. If you have ax equals b, you would divide both sides by a. That gives you the x by itself. If you have ax plus b equals c, what you would do in this example is you subtract the b value first, and then you would be left with ax by itself, and then you divide by a afterwards. Okay? If you have something more complicated, you're going to move all of the x's to one side and the constants to the other. And if you have something like a and then x plus b, what you have to do is expand your brackets first and then solve. And always what you could do is you could substitute your answer back in to verify using left side equals right side check. So hopefully, this tutorial helped you out. Hopefully you got the 3 practice problems correct. If it helped you out, hit subscribe. I'm going to continue posting lessons on Tuesdays and Fridays coming up. And if there's a specific topic that is killing you in class, drop it in the comments. I can probably help you out, make a video. And yeah, give it a thumbs up if you'd like this one.